Adam, now that you've had some opportunity to run training camp practices, what is it about this run game in particular that you like, or that kind of stands out to you?
I think it's the variety. I've never been in an offense with having this much to learn, run game and pass game. So it's been a really, really fun challenge, just studying and learning and the intricacies of this offense. It's been really fun to go out here and execute and, finally put the X's and O's on the field and have moving parts and go out there and execute.
We kind of heard a lot about making things look the same for the first 3-4 steps. What's kind of the challenge from y'all's perspective in doing that? Just kind of having the same look and maybe create some confusion.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that stems from snap count, us getting off the ball at the same time, and like you said, simulating every play looks the same. So when we have all the motions and the shifts and the different tracks, it all looks the same. Nobody knows what's going on the defense, but we know what's going on, and that's when that's when the big plays spring, because you're prepared and you know exactly what we're on the same page.
And obviously you've been here for a couple of years now. What's kind of been your impression of this coaching staff, how to try to kind of implement this whole new scheme?
I think it's been pretty impressive. Everybody's on the same page. We do installs together. We teach together. You can ask one coach a question, you'll get the same answer from another coach. Everybody's dialed in to what's expected from every position group, and I think that's been a big change. It's nice that we're all getting installed together, installed the same way, and it's been fun getting to learn and all improve every day.
Yeah.
Will you get a chance to talk with each check next week? Can you guys
Yeah, I know we'll probably be on separate fields, because they usually split us O and D, but yeah, I'll snag him at some point, whether it's before or after, and just talk. Now that we'll be speaking the same language and running the same stuff, it'd be good to be able to talk to him and just get some pointers and some tips.
You and Xander have kind of mentioned him as I know that role, but is he kind of like the model for fullbacks around the league?
Absolutely. I think this system is the ideal system for a fullback in the league, and he's obviously played it for many years at a very high level. So just being able to learn from him and just get anything from him, I think would be awesome. And he's definitely, I would say, the model fullback and the standard for play for us.
What do you thought about AK in this offense?
I think it's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
Just the amount of ways that we can use him, and just it's an endless deal of different ways. I mean, running the ball, throwing the ball, moving him around, and it's going to be a lot of fun and exciting, because nobody knows when or how he's going to get the ball, and until he does.
Yeah.
On that note of players who might not know what's coming, what have you seen from what Taysom's able to do in this offense, and how different do you think it'll be than past years?
I think it'll be even more. The same thing, I was talking about how they install everything together. We've all been coached to learn every position, not just lock in on one and not just hear one concept and know you got this route. You got to know everybody's job, and I think that's what makes this offense so great, is that everybody's got to know everything. So with all the shifts and the motions, you could be the outside receiver, you could be the inside receiver, you can be in the backfield on the same concept, and you have to know everywhere you're at. And I think that's being able to shift everybody around, and especially Taysom, moving him different spots. Defenses are going to have some trouble figuring out what he's going to do and what position he's playing.
How would you assess him as a fullback?
I think dude's a stud. There's not much he can't do.
Is it weird seeing him I know he's been there kind of in the past, but not necessarily doing the blocking and stuff that you guys are doing now. Does he pick that up and all that?
Yeah, he's been fine. I think you could throw Taysom in the offensive line and he would dominate. It's just there's not much he can't do. He's a pretty special player, and I'm very fortunate to be able to play with him and learn from him on a daily basis.
You mentioned all the different things you're asked to do pre-snap. What's the key to not letting that slow you down?
Lots of studying. I've spent a lot of time, and I know other guys have spent a lot of time studying, and just trying to process as quickly as you can, because there is a lot of verbiage, a lot of different keys and intricacies for every play. So the faster you can process, the better. So it's just reading through old scripts and reading through full play calls and studying as much as you can, just so it gets faster and faster. Thank you.